Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I finally have my how I curl my hair tutorial for you guys. I know it's long overdue, but I was just kind of getting things together because I was in a really weird spot with my hair prior to coloring it. I really wanted to get my hair in a somewhat good shape, such as my hair care products and stuff like that. And also, I'm using a new tool now to do my hair, but even though before I have always used a wand, I am so in love with this particular wand right now. So right now, my hair doesn't look all that jazzed up, but because I did wash it yesterday, and I did blow dry it and straighten it just for yesterday, and that's why it looks a little bit limp and stuff like that. But before we get into the hair tutorial, I also wanted to include in this video my hair care system because I know I've gotten some questions on that as well, and especially with going blonde recently or trying to go blonde recently, because I know I'm still a little bit of a mix right now, but I'm definitely a lot lighter than what I've ever been before in the past. So I kind of want to give you guys my tips and my suggestions and the products that I use to keep my hair healthy while during this blonde transition. So before we get into the tutorial, let me move my mirror. Let me show you guys the products that I use and exactly what my hair care system and regimen is. So first off, I just want to mention that the biggest thing that has helped me with my hair is the fact that I only wash it about once a week. It sounds crazy, I know, but I've got a lot of questions from people on how do I manage to do that, especially if I have oily skin and an oily scalp. I've mentioned before that naturally my scalp and skin are very oily, and to tell you the truth, at the beginning it was so hard because my hair would get so oily so fast, and just like for the majority of the week my hair would just look greasy and awful. So in order to avoid that, or in order to, I guess, overcome that, it really is a matter of just being persistent, and I promise you, your hair adjusts to the weekly washes. What I had read somewhere was that when you wash your hair every day, it's actually becoming oilier because your scalp is thinking that the ends are dry, so it's needing to produce more oil to reach those ends, and it really makes a lot of sense, and that's also how it is for your skin as well. So in order for me to not have such an oily scalp, it was actually more beneficial for me to wash my hair less. So after doing that, and after doing that for a really long time already, I mean it's been a good few months that I've only been washing once a week, my hair has totally adjusted. My hair doesn't get super oily until about maybe the third or fourth day, and then for the last 3 days it is pretty oily. But what I like to use in order to keep it looking not as greasy is I do use dry shampoo. My favorite one right now is from Batiste. I've been using that one for a few months already, and that's actually the only dry shampoo that has really helped me. I've tried from high-end, super expensive dry shampoos to all the different low-end ones, and the Batiste one is just the one that does the job for me. I don't know if I have a can right now because I know I was running out. I don't know if I threw it away. Let me double check. Okay, we're in luck. I actually did have my can. I hadn't tossed it yet, but there's like nothing in here. I actually need to go today or sometime this week to go pick up another can. But this is the dry shampoo that I really like. It's from a company called Batiste. You can find it at Ulta or most drugstores. I believe it's like $7 a can, so it's pretty affordable. And they have so many different scents, and they have some for brunettes and blondes specifically, like a tint to them. I just get the clear one, and I like the cherry scent. But like I said, they have so many different ones, so definitely check them out. So anyway, on the days where I am going to wash my hair, I do prepare to style it as well. So prior to washing my hair, I do deep condition, especially with as much bleach and stuff that has gone on with the coloring of my hair recently. I definitely can't skip this step, and when I do skip it, I notice a huge difference. My hair is very dry. So what I like to do for deep conditioning is actually use coconut oil and Hello Hair Mask. So for the coconut oil, I actually just use extra virgin coconut oil. You can find this at most grocery stores, most drugstores. It's really not hard to find. They usually come in a good size packaging, so one package will last you a good while. And it is a little chunky at first, and it just smells like straight up pure coconut. But once you warm it up between your fingers, it starts to really break down and just becomes a loose oil, a liquefied oil, and I just run this all through my hair. I really just like to focus it on the ends though, because this is where I need the most help, and then just kind of work my way up to the scalp. And then recently, about a month ago or so, maybe even a little over a month, I did get sent this hair mask from Hello Hair. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen them all over Instagram. They do reach out to beauty bloggers pretty often, and they did reach out to me. They sent me a pack, and I have actually been loving it. So what I do now is actually mix together this with my coconut oil, and that is actually what I leave on my hair overnight. I don't wrap my hair or anything like that. I just put it up in a bun and I put a towel over my pillow so it doesn't get stained or smells weird. And I just sleep with it on, and then I wash it the following morning. So definitely I suggest to check them out as well. And this is one pack, the one that they first sent me, and it's lasted me 4 washes, and I still have enough for probably about 2 more, maybe even 3, because a little goes a long way. This is just like a liquid oil, and it smells really good. It smells like tropical and fruity kind of. So definitely do those 2 things before washing my hair. Then for when I wash my hair, I do really love the Macadamia line. So I do use the rejuvenating shampoo and also the moisturizing rinse. And I just find that it's really gentle, and they're really moisturizing, but not to the point where they're gonna leave your hair feeling oily. It just cleans it really well. So this is what I use in shower when I wash my hair. Love them. So from that same line, I deep condition in shower as well with the Macadamia Nourishing Mask. This is the best hair mask that I have ever used. It's one of those hair masks that when you're rinsing it off, you can actually feel your hair just feeling like silk. It just leaves it so moisturized. There's absolutely no tangles, no knots. I love it, and it smells really good. And again, a little goes a long way. And I'm probably saying a little goes a long way for most of these products because granted, I do only wash my hair once a week, so I usually only use these products about 4 times a month instead of using it every night. So you also save a lot of money on hair care products as well when you do the less frequent washes. So anyway, this hair mask is really good. You can find it at Ulta and I believe other grocery stores or places that sell the product line, but love that hairline. So once my hair is washed, I usually just like to towel dry it and let it air dry a little bit before I go in to blow dry it. Yesterday I did just blow dry it like quickly with my fingers, but more often than not what I like to do is actually round brush my hair, and I don't think I'll ever do a round brushing tutorial on here because that's probably really complicated for me to do, but I can tell you that I learned how to round brush my hair through Annalisa and Jessie, I believe that's what their channel is called. I'm gonna link her down below. She is an awesome hairstylist, and she usually does hair tutorials and stuff like that every now and then, and she did a round brushing, how to blow out your hair tutorial a while back, and that has been the one blow drying hair tutorial that has helped me immensely. It is the way that I like to round brush my hair, so it's a little difficult when you do it on yourself, but after a while you do get the hang of it. So what I like to do to prep my hair for styling is, oh, also quickly before I forget, sometimes I like to buy these little single packs of another deep conditioning hair mask just to do an additional hair mask as apart from this one. And these are just like ones you can find at Sally's or at, you know, your drugstore and stuff, and they're just little packets that are sold individually, and I just like to get a different variety of them. They're like $2, so really like these as well. Okay, so anyway, back on track to when I style my hair. So once my hair is somewhat towel dried and it's still a little damp, what I like to place in it is the Not Your Mother's Deja Vu Style Extender. I really like the Not Your Mother's line. I've used several products from them already, and they're an affordable hairline and they do a really good job, and I just love the whole packaging and feel of it as well. So what this does, it's actually supposed to lock in your style and keep your hair looking cleaner until your next wash, and it actually does a really good job of that. So basically where I like to focus this product is in my roots, and it smells like grapes. It says it's infused with red apples and berries, and I put about like a quarter size amount in my palm, warm it up between my hands, and just work it through my roots, especially in the crown of my head because that is where I get the most oily. Then if I wasn't going to be curling my hair, but I'm just going to be round brushing it or straightening it, I do like to use the L'Oreal Sleek It Frizz Vanisher cream. This cream, it was actually given to me by one of my clients. Sadie, thank you so much for this. I think I mentioned it on my Snapchat when I first got it, and she had given this to me to try out, and I actually really like it because it does sleek out your hair really nice. So if you are someone that likes to round brush or blow out your hair, this definitely helps keeping it more sleek looking and tame, so you don't have a whole lot of frizziness going on. And it's just like in a pump like this, and again, I just do about 1 pump in my palm and just run this all throughout my hair from the roots all the way down to my ends as well. Then I like to go in, and this has been something that I've been using since I've colored my hair recently, and this was recommended by my best friend, my hairstylist as well, the one that I talked about before, and this is Paul Mitchell Forever Blonde Dramatic Repair. So basically what this is, it's also like a little bit of a heat protectant, and also it is meant for those of us that have bleached or highlighted hair. And I don't know, hold on, let me read the back of this here. So it's supposed to help treat fragile blonde hair and help restore health and vitality in an instant. It's loaded with safflower, macadamia nut oil, and exclusive Care Active protein. This multitasking corrector soothes and replenishes dry, depleted hair as it helps to strengthen and seal the cuticle. So if you're someone that has bleached hair, highlighted hair, definitely look into this product. It does help me a lot in keeping my hair strong and prevent a whole lot of breakage from happening, which is sometimes inevitable when you're a brunette going to blonde. So definitely you really want to take care of your hair during this process. And then lastly, I end up styling my hair after all these products are placed in there, and I'm pretty much done. What I like to do is just kind of add just a little bit of extra oil back into it, but mainly on the ends. And again, this is from Macadamia, and this is their Nourishing Moisture Oil Spray. So basically all I do is just spray this around my ends, and I just kind of run it through my fingers, kind of separate it, make sure it gets through as much hair as possible. And it adds just like a nice shine, but also keeps my ends really moisturized. And sometimes throughout my week, if I feel like my ends are starting to feel a little dry, obviously to prevent my scalp from wanting to produce so much oil, what I like to do at night is just spray a little bit of this over my ends about maybe 2 nights out of my week when I'm not washing it. That's basically all my products that I use for my hair care. So now to move on to the actual tutorial. So right now, this is what my hair looks like. Like I said, I washed it yesterday and I just kind of quickly blow dried it, but I did run the straightener through it. Naturally, guys, my hair is actually really curly, but just over the years of putting heat to it, it definitely has lost a lot of its natural curl. My ends are pretty much straight, but my roots are still really curly. I do have a good amount of hair. I have thick hair as well, and so when I usually do round brush it, my hair is a lot more like voluminous. It has a lot more body to it, but since I did run the flat iron through it yesterday, it's kind of just looking a little bit flat right now. So if you do want like bigger curls and bigger body to your hair, I do suggest not to flat iron it before. Try your best to round brush it or blow dry it if you don't have that much like of a curl to your hair, and that way when you do your curling, you actually get a little bit more natural volume as well. So before I actually curl my hair, what I like to do, let me put my mirror back over here. I actually do like to separate my hair into sections. I think the best way to work with your hair is in sections. It's just easier for me. So I do like to take the section that's from the top of my ears all the way up, just out of the way. So that way I'm just gonna have like half of my hair down. By the way, I think I mentioned this before on my channel, I'm like not a hair person. I actually really don't like to do my hair like myself. If I could, I would just really be happy if I was one of those people that could just blow dry their hair and it's just like okay looking and just go or just toss it up, but I'm not, since my hair is really curly. Okay, and then once I have this half down, what I like to do is just take my fingers and separate them in half. And I'm gonna work on each side one by one. By the way, I know my background is black, and for the majority of my hair, it is blonde. Hopefully you can see it well. If not, just wait till I get to the top part of my hair where more of my hair is blonde, and you'll probably be able to see it better. Which reminds me, I need to get a new background. I definitely want something different for like the holidays. If you guys have any suggestions on cool backgrounds, like what color, I want something kind of sparkly, I don't know, let me know down below. And then to curl my hair, what I've been using recently, and it did get sent to me, so I'm kind of an affiliate with this company, just want to disclose that as well, is the NuMe 32mm magic wand is what it's called, and I absolutely am obsessed with it. It not only came obviously with the curler, but it also came with the little pocket pouch for when you're like about to cool it down and stuff to travel with, which is really convenient. And also, of course, the styling glove, which if you guys have used wands before, you know is like super necessary, or if not, you'll be regretting it. What I really like about this styling wand is the fact that it's digital. Like, you can adjust the temperature and turn it off and on through like almost a remote looking system. I hope that's making sense. I don't really know what to call it, but it has a screen. It lets you know when it's off, it lets you know when it's on, so, or like when it's cooling down and stuff, which is really helpful, and it's a lot safer as well. So what I'm going to do is I just like to turn it on. You actually hold it down for a little bit, and then it's going to, in blue, show that it's going to heat up to 370, and then from here you can kind of adjust what temperature you want it at. Mine works perfectly fine for me at 370, and then the temperature starts to go up and up. You'll see like the numbers on it, and once it's ready to go, it's going to turn green. So just to get things ready here, I think I'm going to work on this side because it's closest to my outlet. So I kind of like to work from the back of my hair forward. That way, once I'm done with each curl, I'm not like getting in the way, instead of if I would work from the front backward, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is just already separate a section. I don't really, I'm not too careful about keeping each section the same size. Definitely about an inch, I guess, to 2 inches of hair is what I like take, but I just kind of mix it up all throughout my hair just so I can get different sizes of curls and all that. So I'm going to put on my glove already just so we're safe, we don't burn ourselves. Actually, I really like their glove because it's just like looks kind of fancy. It's fancier than any other heat styling glove that I've ever owned. It has like a nice neoprene feel to it. So as you can see here, now it is green on the screen, which means it's ready to be used. So what I like to do, so I actually reach the curler, hopefully this is reaching okay. I actually like to reach the curler back behind me, especially for the back parts, and I'm just going to begin to wrap my hair around the barrel, and then I just like to place it there, and I'll hold it for about maybe like 7 seconds or so. You don't really need to hold it too long because this thing does get hot pretty fast and it does curl it pretty soon. Okay, that's about enough. And then I just kind of let the curl fall, but I leave it as is. I don't break it up yet. I am going to continue this process until my whole head is done, and that's when I actually break up the curls. So I'm just gonna finish off this section, same thing. Just gonna take off this piece here. Gonna reach around behind me and curl. So as you can see, this piece is a lot smaller than the last piece I just did. I'm not like picky about keeping it all the same width. Go. And I'm just gonna do this whole piece right here. So if you guys do want like a tighter curl, then definitely look into their smaller barrels. They offer so many different type of styling wands. This one does give you a little bit more of like a bigger curl and more body. Let that fall. Then to do the other side, I'm just gonna switch over my glove, and then same thing, I'm gonna be working with the back piece first. So I'm just gonna be taking a section of hair here and just wrapping it in there. So I'm gonna turn, maybe I hope you guys see what's going on back here too. I'm not a huge fan of hairspray, but I do spray my hair with hairspray after it's all done, just to kind of hold it, the style, for a little longer. But I'm not the type of person to spray my curls first, especially for like these types of curls that I usually do. I'm not the type to spray it first and then curl it. I just don't like, I honestly don't like hairspray. I don't like the feel of it in my hair, especially since I only wash my hair once a week. After a while, you can literally like feel the hairspray in your hair. I don't care for it, but sometimes it is necessary. So I'm not really particular on any hairsprays. I just usually use the can that my mom is using at the moment because she's big on hairspray, so I know she always has a can like ready to go. So now the bottom half is pretty much all curled. I'm gonna turn so you guys can just see what they look like. If I were to have just blow dried my hair yesterday, like round brushed it and not have put a flat iron to it, the curls would actually be a lot tighter. But since I did run the flat iron through it, they are a little bit more limp. So again, just keep that in mind, that working usually like with hair that already has a lot of volume is a little bit easier, or it's better if you really want like voluminous curls. So now I'm just going to be taking the front part of my hair, and I'm actually separating from the part in my middle, kind of diagonally going across here. So it's kind of looking like that right now. And I'm going to work with this front part. So again, I'm going to be working from the back forward. So here's a piece of blonder hair. Hopefully you guys can see it better. I'm going to take my wand and just basically do the same thing. Also, if you notice, I'm keeping all my curls going in the same direction, which is just kind of like away from my face. If you want like more of like a textured look, or if you want more, I guess, of an effortless look, you can do them going in different directions, and it just kind of mimics that like tousled hair look. Mine looks a little bit more like structured, and actually once my curls have kind of like given out at the end of my week or so, it just looks more like a wave, not so much like a curl anymore. When I get to the front part here, since my part is in the middle, I try to be careful and not to start the curl too far up, because if I start it too far up, I'm gonna look like super Farrah Fawcett-ish, like hardcore wings, and it's like gonna start like way at the temple. I kind of want it more like down here to frame this part of my face. So what I do is I just make sure that instead of starting the curl closer to the root like how I do for the rest of my hair, I actually start it a little bit lower here. And just kind of put like a bend in the front part of my hair. So instead of it starting up here, I'm starting the curl down here. Okay, so I completed that whole process all throughout the rest of my hair, and basically this is what it looks like as it's cooling down. By the way, I accidentally burned myself, so this is like hard work all for you guys. Worth it. Anyway, so once the curls are all there and in place, I don't like to brush them or break them right away. I let them cool down, and while they're cooling down, this is where I'm going to spray just a light layer of hairspray. I'm going to be using the Lock-It Bold Control Hairspray. This is from L'Oreal. Again, I'm not particular in any hairsprays, but this is just the one I'm using right now. Also, to turn off the iron, make sure you're just holding down on the off switch, and it turns blue again and it says off, so you know it's cooling down and it is going to be turned off. So I'm just going to lightly spray over. Pretty much just the ends. And then for like my little baby hairs up here at the top, I'll just kind of guard my face and just kind of push these little flyaways into the rest of my hair. And then from here, this is where we can start to play with our hair and just break it up a little bit. So I just like to literally run my fingers through my hair. And once they're all broken up, you can kind of, if you like volume, you can go ahead and tease like the crown of your head and stuff. If you're not into volume, that's totally fine too. Like I said, my curls are a lot looser today because I did flat iron my hair yesterday. If I had just round brushed it or blow dried it, it would have been a lot more tightly wound, but this is a little bit more of like a loose curl, loose wave and stuff. So the last thing I'm going to put in my hair is going to be the Macadamia Nourishing Moisture Oil Spray, just on my ends, just so we can add back in some moisture and they don't get too dried out. And like I said, I just like to run my fingers through it and just kind of make sure that I get oil on all of the ends. And then once that is on there, that's pretty much it, and we're all done. So this is the completed look, hair look, whatever. Kind of do a spin too. And that's basically how I curl my hair. So I just want to quickly mention before I leave you guys that right now, all the way through the holidays, NuMe is going to be having specials on their hair wands and hair tools and sets. I will definitely link all of those promotions down below in the description bar. There's more promotions aside from the wand promotion that I have put on my Instagram a couple weeks ago or a couple days ago. And there's some really great savings and deals there. And just a full disclosure, just so I'm 100% honest with you guys, I am affiliated with the company. So by using those links, the discount is already applied and I do reap benefits by using those links. If you're uncomfortable with that, I totally understand. You can totally shop the sales on your own and just visit their website and then use the coupon codes that are also listed there as well, and you can just shop them independently. But if you guys want to shop through my link, it's greatly appreciated. And that's pretty much it. So that wraps up this hair tutorial. I hope it helped you guys and answer some of your questions about my hair care and how I curl my hair, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.